Okay, good afternoon, class. Now we're going to start today on SWOT analysis, a little more in details. SWOT analysis regarding it could be a company, product, or persons, right? So, what is SWOT? SWOT is a part of business strategy of the organization, and it is a strategic decision making tool which is used to achieve the targeted business goals of the organization. So, it's a combination of external analysis and internal development methods in terms of competitive advantage strategy, right? And it can be implemented at both the organizational level as well as at the individual development. So SWOT, S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, T for threat. Strengths, when we say strengths, now what is strengths that we talk of? Strengths is talking about the characteristics of the business or project that gives it an advantage. It's an advantage over the others. Weaknesses are those characteristics that place the business or or the project at a disadvantageous position as compared to the others. Now, opportunities, these are the elements in the environment that the business or project can capitalize to its advantage, and threats are elements in the environment that can cause trouble for the business or the project. Now, out of this, strengths and weaknesses are they are frequently internally related, whereas opportunities and threats are their common focus of the external environment. And the degree to which internal environment of the firm matches with the external environment, that is expressed by the concept of strategic fit, to how well the internal and external environment can match. So identification of the SWOT is important. Why? Because they can inform at the later stages in planning to achieve the objective. So what has to be done first? Decision makers should consider whether the objective is attainable given the SWOTs. And if it is not attainable, they must select a different objective and repeat the process. So SWOT analysis or SWOT matrix, it's a strategic planning technique which is used to help a person or an organization to identify the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats which are related to business competition or project planning. So which it aims to identify the basic, when we talk of, it aims to identify the key internal and external factors which are seen as important for achieving an objective. Okay, so SWOT analysis groups key pieces of information into two main categories. One is internal factors, as we said, where talk of the strengths and weaknesses, which are internal to the organization, and external factors, which are the opportunities and threats presented by the environment external to the organization. So SWOT analysis is a compilation of any company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And the main objective of a SWOT analysis is to help organizations develop a full awareness of all the factors involved in a business decision. So it's a blend of external analysis and internal development elements in terms of competitive advantage strategy. So SWOT analysis, when we say, so strengths is it's internal, when we talk of positive. Weaknesses, when we say, it's internal, which is negative. Opportunity is external but positive. Threat is also external but negative. So SWOT analysis, how do you do? You first draw a 4-quadrant diagram, right? The strengths, weakness, opportunities, threats. So you have to list down everything of the strengths that is there, weaknesses, opportunities that is there, threats that is out here. Okay, and then you do the analysis to see whether company is having more strengths or more weakness, more opportunities or threats, and accordingly design the strategy. So SWOT analysis, as we said, it's these are the 4 components, and this is how you go about. This is an example of Apple company, their SWOT. So this is for Coca-Cola, the SWOT analysis, right? So this is also a continuation of Coca-Cola. Now, advantages of SWOT analysis. So it's a great way of which acts as a guidance for the business strategy meetings. It's powerful to have everyone in the room to discuss the company's core strengths and weaknesses and move from there to define the opportunities and threats and finally to brainstorm the ideas. So company can use this technique for the overall business strategy sessions or for a specific segment such as marketing, production, sales. So what happens in this way, we can see how the overall strategy developed from the SWOT will filter down to the segments below before committing to it. So you can also work in a reverse segment, that is SWOT analysis, that feeds into an overall SWOT. Segment specific, from segment specific SWOT analysis, we can also go to overall SWOT analysis. From overall, we come to segment. From segment, looking into the different departments, and then we come up to the overall. So it can work both ways, right? So SWOT analysis in workplace framework is beneficial. Why? Because it helps an organizations to decide whether or not an objective can be attained, and so it also helps organizations to set goals, objectives, and which are achievable, and steps to further efforts. It also helps an organizations to take visions and produce practical and efficient outcomes that would affect the long-lasting change. It would also help organizations to gather meaningful information, gathering meaningful information to maximize their potential, right? And when you complete a SWOT analysis, it's a useful process regarding the consideration of the key organizational priorities such as gender, cultural diversity, fundraising objectives. So use of SWOT analysis can be used in any decision-making situation when a desired end state, that is objective, is defined, not just profit-seeking organizations. Okay. So SWOT analysis can also be used in creating a recommendation during a viability study or survey. Strategy building. SWOT analysis can be used to building organizational or personal strategy. The necessary steps to execute strategy-oriented analysis involve identification of the internal and external factors, selecting and evaluating the most important factors among them, and identifying the relations that exist between these two factors. Okay. Next comes up is corporate planning. So as part of the development of strategies and plans to enable the organization to achieve its objectives, that the organization will, organization will use a systematic, rigorous process which is called corporate planning, right? So it helps. SWOT also helps in corporate planning. So along with like PESTEL, SWOT can also be used as a basis for analysis of business and environmental factors. Marketing. Now, in many competitor analysis, marketers build detailed profiles of each competitor in the market. They're focusing on their relative competitive strengths and weaknesses. Like you need to do a market analysis of your competitors. SWOT helps, right? And the marketing managers, what happens? They can examine each competitor's cost structure, sources of profit, resources, competencies, their positioning, other factors also. Okay, matching and converting. One way of using SWOT is matching and converting. What is it? Matching is used to find competitive advantage by matching the strengths to opportunities. Another tactics is to convert weaknesses or threats into strengths or opportunities. Okay. So an example of a conversion strategy is to find new markets. If the weakness or threats or weakness cannot be converted, a company should try to minimize or avoid them, right? Either you try to convert it to your advantage, or you minimize or avoid them. Community organization. Next. SWOT can be used for community work as a tool to identify the positive and negative factors within organizations, communities, and that promote or inhibit successful implementation of social services and social changes, right? So it can be used as a preliminary resource to assess the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, threats that in a community which is served by a non-profit or community organization. So This tool is best used also in developing goals and objectives for a program design, or implementing an organizing strategy. It is a part of the planning for process and will not provide a strategic plan if used by itself. It's a part of it, okay? Not individually, you cannot use it. So after SWOT analysis is done, a firm can turn the SWOT list into a series of recommendations to consider before developing a strategic plan. Limitations. Now, SWOT is intended to be as a starting point for discussion and cannot show managers how to achieve a competitive advantage. It cannot by itself. Okay, because SWOT is a snapshot of the firm at a particular moment. You're doing the analysis for a particular moment, so the analysis might be obscured the fact that both the internal and external factors, environment are changing. So you cannot just look into it and say that this is what the situation is, say 2 months later, just about a particular point. It's only a snapshot. So the other drawback is that the development of SWOT analysis simply to defend previously decided goals and objectives, right? So now what happens is Porter developed the five forces framework as a reaction to SWOT, which he found lacking in rigor and ad hoc. So then came up is TOWS matrix. It's a variation of the SWOT analysis. TOWS is a different arrangement of strengths, weakness, opportunities, strengths. So TOWS is what? Threats, opportunities, weakness, strength, right? TOWS emphasizes on the external environment, while SWOT talks about the internal environment, right? So this is analysis of the TOWS and SWOT matrix, right? Okay, the SVOR alternative. In project management, the alternative for SWOT is called SVOR, that is strengths, vulnerabilities, opportunities, and risk, which compares the project's elements along two axes, internal and external, and positive and negative. So it takes into account the mathematical link that exists between these various elements, considering also the role of infrastructure. And this SVOR table, it provides an understanding of the elements at play in a given project. TOWS analysis, as we said, is an extension of the SWOT analysis that identifies strength, weakness, opportunities, threats, but then goes into one step further to match up the strengths and opportunities and the threats, strengths with opportunities and threats with weaknesses. So it examines a company's external opportunities and threats and compares them with the firm's strengths and weaknesses. This analysis forms the basis to develop TOWS strategies and to form actionable tactics. So TOWS analysis is a tool which is used to generate, compare, and select strategies. So it is, strictly speaking, it is not the same as SWOT analysis, and it is certainly not a SWOT analysis which focuses on threats and opportunities. This is a popular misconception that people have. TOWS may have similar roots. TOWS is a tool for strategy generation and selection. SWOT is for audit and analysis. So one would use SWOT at the beginning of the planning process and TOWS later as you decide upon ways forward. So SWOT at the beginning, TOWS later. TOWS strategies, they fall into four categories: strengths, opportunities. We develop plans and that leverage the strength of the company to capitalize on the opportunities. Weakness, then we talk of the weakness and weakness and opportunities that we have. After identifying the weaknesses, focus on ways to resolve them in a goal to take advantage of the opportunities. Then we have strengths and threats, so using the company's threats to counter external threats, and weaknesses and threats, that is finding ways to minimize the weakness and counter the threats. Okay, so this is how a TOWS analysis looks like. right? Now, combining a SWOT analysis with TAL strategies gives small business owners the basis they need to build their companies and to move forward. Okay, so that's all that we have for you here. Now, if you have any other questions, you can always tell me. Otherwise, that's all.